In today's real estate market, that first impression is absolutely everything. But let me ask you, if you're only showing buyers what a property looks like from the curb, are you really showing them the whole picture? We're about to dive into the one tool that's completely changing the game.
Wow. I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The market has fundamentally shifted. Relying on the same old tools isn't just a little inefficient anymore, it's a recipe for getting left in the dust. So, what does it actually take to compete and win in this new environment? Let's get into it.
And look, we're not talking about some small adjustment to your marketing plan here. This is a massive shift in how properties are bought and sold. It's way more than an upgrade, it's a whole new playbook. And it starts with how buyers even see a home for the first time.
So, over on the left, you've got the old way, right? That classic static shot from the front yard. It shows you the house, sure, but the story pretty much ends right there. Now, look to the right. With drone integration, you get these dynamic, sweeping aerial views. And all of a sudden, you're not just selling four walls and a roof. You're selling a lifestyle, the community, the entire context of where that home sits.
But here's the thing, it's so much more than just a pretty picture for your listing. These aerial views give buyers real, tangible information. They answer questions before a buyer even thinks to ask them, and that builds some serious confidence.
A house doesn't just exist on its own, floating in space. It's part of a community. With a drone, you can actually capture that neighborhood vibe. You can show how close it is to that cool park or what the street looks like. This is what helps a buyer truly imagine themselves living their life there.
In that view, it provides this incredible transparency. Buyers today are smart. They've done their homework. From the sky, they can literally see the condition of the roof, the true scale of the property, and just how far that walk to the coffee shop really is. It's a full 360-degree look that basically says, hey, we've got nothing to hide. And that right there builds a ton of trust instantly. Okay, so the pictures look amazing, we get it, but let's talk about what really matters, the numbers. Because when you see the data, the case for drone photography becomes, well, it's pretty much undeniable. This is where the real financial advantage kicks in. First up, and this one is huge, 68%. Properties with drone photos are selling 68% faster. For any real estate agent, time on the market is everything. Cutting that down doesn't just mean a faster commission, it builds your reputation as someone who gets the job done right.
So they sell faster, but how do you even get those people interested in the first place? Well, when you add an aerial video into the mix, you see inquiries jump by up to 87%. That's a massive difference. That turns a passive scroller into an active lead who's actually picking up the phone.
And of course, none of that matters if people just scroll right past your listing, right? Drone imagery helps listings get 94% more views. In that endless sea of online listings, these bird's eye views are like a visual magnet. They literally stop the scroll and grab attention. All right, this is where we put it all together, the ROI breakdown. Just look at the cost. We're talking a small additional investment, maybe a few $100. Now look at the return, a 68% faster sale, and get this, the potential for a 5 to 8% higher closing price. Think about that. On a $500,000 home, that could be an extra $25,000 for your client. It's not just a nice marketing tool, it's a critical financial strategy. So we've talked logic, we've talked numbers, but selling a home is also about emotion, right? That's where the real magic happens. And this is where the cinematic FPV fly-through changes everything. It's the ultimate tool for making a buyer fall in love with a house before they even set foot inside. FPV, it just means first-person view. But what it really means is you feel like you're there. Imagine a single, non-stop shot that glides right through the front door, circles the beautiful kitchen island, floats up the stairs, and then zips out the back door to show off the yard. It's not a video tour, it's an experience. It makes you feel like you're already home. And the crazy thing is, getting this kind of shot is easier than ever. You see that little drone on the left? That's something like a DJI Avata. It's small, it's nimble, and it's built to do exactly this, to fly smoothly through a house and create that jaw-dropping tour you see on the right. That is what sells the dream. Yeah, the pros are using some seriously cool tech, things like the anti-gravity A1 and that new DJI Avata. The point is, the FPV technology is now so good that you can get these quick, easy, and incredibly smooth cinematic shots that create that vital emotional connection without spending hours on setup. Okay, so at this point, you're probably thinking, I get it, this is a game changer. But how do I actually do it? This is where you need an expert partner, someone who gets both the amazing technology and the realities of the real estate market.
And before we go any further, let's just bust a massive myth right now. This is not just for multi-million-dollar luxury estates. That idea is totally outdated. Professional packages are starting in the $150 to $500 range. Seriously, it's a complete no-brainer for literally any listing at any price point.
And working with a company like Echo Flight Service makes it super simple. It's a three-step process. First, they capture. They handle all the flying and get those incredible photos and fly-throughs. Step 2 is automate. And this part is a true game changer. They have an AI-powered portal that takes all that content and creates all your social media posts for you, instantly. No more building them one by one. And then step 3 is subscribe. They have these really practical, cost-effective subscription plans built just for realtors.
So, after all that, there's really only one question left to ask yourself. In a market that's moving this fast, are your listings ready to take flight?
Don't bring a knife to a drone fight. Give your properties the powerful perspective they deserve. You can learn more and see exactly what this looks like over at echoflightservice.com. It's time to get flying.